Hello, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. Angela Wolf here, and we have a really fun show for you today. Two of the educators are going to be joining us talking about gifts for friends. Now, we have a lot of things we'd like to show you, but we can't because we have to wait till next week, which we're dying to spill the beans. But our lips are sealed. In the meantime, we've got some great gifts for you. So say hi. We are live streaming on Brother Sewing Facebook and YouTube pages. We can see all your comments. Grab some tea, and we'll be right back. Good morning. Good morning. Well, did you want me to pretend that we weren't going live yet?
No, I was shutting the machine off. I was finishing stitching something and I thought I could, wrap it up, but I've got 3 minutes left.
All right. Kim Montagnese, Kathy Stipe. So nice to see you both. I'm very excited. We're all rushing around sewing, embroidery. I don't know about you girls. I've been making a few outfits because I will see you next week. I have to wear something I made.
Right.
And you? No?
Maybe.
Oh gosh. All right. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I see all the brother fans rolling in. Hello, hello. And yes, we're talking about gifts with friends today. Gifts for friends or with friends or whatever. Summer friends, summer fun. And I was just glancing through what they have. A lot of fun things. So Kathy, why don't you kick it off and give us a few ideas, and we can see your comments and questions. So ask away. This is more of an inspirational show to get you inspired. And if you want to learn any techniques, just ask us.
Okay. So I live in Florida, as some may know, and the beach is really close. So one of the gifts that I like to make for friends is sort of geared towards going to the beach. So I start out with a tote bag that they can put all their beach treasures in.
Cute.
And so what I did with this bag was this design is built in on the luminaire. But because this is in the round, I wanted to stitch it on my 10 needle. So I saved the design to a USB. I took it into PE11 and added lettering to it. And then I saved it back to my USB so that I could stitch it on my multi-needle machine. So that makes stitching things in the round so much easier. And you can't go to the beach without a beach towel. So I just put beach on it so we'll know that this isn't one you hang in the bathroom. This is one you take to the beach.
Hey, quick question. Kathy, on that beach towel, I love that. That font is so cool.
That's in the luminaire, and I did do this one on the luminaire. And the nice part about doing this on the luminaire is the projection. So I could project it just right in the band.
That's beautiful. Did you use any special topper on that? I know a lot of people, when it comes to embroidering towels, we have a lot of conversations about that. What embroidery stabilizer to use for that?
I usually just use a water-soluble topping.
And that helps.
It helps keep your stitches above the nap of the fabric. So, and then we couldn't be complete without a beach hat. And again, this was stitched on the luminaire, but how I did it was I used sticky stabilizer, and you can see some of it that I didn't pick out from the underneath side. But we have a new little girl in our family. Her name is Amelia.
Oh.
And so I know she's going to be going to the beach. And if she's not going to the beach, she's going to be going to Disney. So she can definitely wear it there. And because my luminaire has all of those built-in cute Disney designs, I can get her decked out perfect for her first trips to Disney.
Perfectly decked out. I love those.
Perfectly decked out. And last but not least, my visor. I wear this in the pool. I always put them on like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I can coordinate fabrics for whoever I'm giving it to. And these are just little stretchy shoestrings that you can find in local stores. Just go look in your shoe department of a local store. That's where I found these. And that's
So
what I do.
you just sewed together that visor? You actually made that?
I actually made the visor. What I did was I took one of the foam ones that I bought in the store and traced it out and made a pattern that I then cut out of fabric. And I put a thin layer of batting in it, you know, just your regular cotton batting. And I don't think you can see the top stitching done on it. So I just kind of echo stitched all the way.
Wow.
Around it. And those guidelines that we have on our luminaire that project on the fabric, they kind of help me keep my stitching fairly straight or fairly even. But I wear these in the pool every day.
That's really cute. I would have never thought, I don't know about you, Kim, would have you ever thought of going to the shoe department to find those cute little squirrelies?
Actually, I have a favorite visor that I've had for about 25 years, and it's not going to live forever. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, yeah, we can. Yeah. I like it because you can read outside. You know, it gives you more shade and you can read when you're by the pool or whatever. That's why I like the visor, because it's longer in the front. That's awesome.
So, Kathy, a couple questions for you that have just rolled in.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I think there was a break in there. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go.
In the buttonhole section of the luminaire, there's an eyelet stitch, and that's what I used to stitch 2 of those so that I could thread this.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The little strap on.
Perfect.
So a couple people were asking, number one, for your Amelia hat, which I have a hat just like that. I don't have my name on it yet, but Wynn always looks at me and just shakes his head. But I love it because it covers your shoulders. And like you said, you can read. You know, we've been married long enough. We can give each other those looks every once in a while. But when I pull that hat out, he's like, oh, here comes the hat. Now I'm going to put my name on it. But I saw some people asking what stabilizer. You said sticky back tearaway. Is that what you used on that?
That's exactly what I used on it.
Oh, I can't wait. I will share a photo. I'm going to try to embroider before our fishing tournament this weekend. This is going to be cute. I should put his name on it.
What I did, Angela, is I typed in her name, Amelia's name, using the built-in fonts. And then I used the array function to get it so that it had a curve to it. And with the projection, you can see it right down on the hat. So, I mean, it's easy peasy with the tools that we have available to us.
Very cute. I love that. Okay, now so let's see if I can find the question. I think it was Marcia that asked. Yeah, Marcia. What stabilizer did you use on the back of the towel? You said use water soluble on the front. And also I noticed that you embroidered along that matted down section. That's a great idea. Then you don't have to worry about backing all the stitches down. It looked beautiful.
So this is just plain tearaway. You see, I don't, and I probably sprayed it with a little bit of spray adhesive to just hold it down until I got started stitching. Nothing special.
Very cute. Very cute. Is there a pattern for the hat? No, she traced her own. But I like the idea of just grabbing a visor that you have. Tracing it.
Yeah, those, even if you go to your local fabric stores there where they have the little summer activities for kids, they have these made out of foam. You know, and you can just buy one of those and trace it.
Perfect idea. Perfect idea. All right. That's a very, very cute idea. I think we're ready to go to the beach. That is definitely, and I love that hat. And yes, Anne, if I have to remember if I have the hat here, I'll embroider. Otherwise, it'll have to be for next weekend. But either way, I'm embroidering. Maybe I'll put Win an Angel, our boat name, on it.
There you go.
The new crew hats.
Perfect.
Oh gosh, how fun. Your studio looks amazing, by the way. Love it.
Thank you.
Kim, you have some fun ideas for us as well.
Well, I do. And my studio is a mess, so you're only seeing what's right behind me. Because everything out there is like, oh. So I just wanted to tell you, the first things I'm going to show you are actually things that I made for my husband and his friend. So my husband, Tom, and his friend Bill have been best friends since elementary school. And now they're both in their mid-70s. So they have been friends forever. And they're kind of like, they're like Leonard and Howard on Big Bang. Super smart guys. They would make up their own little words and phrases, mostly Bill. It's like a Billism. So he would make up these cute little phrases. And when you're with your friends and you have like a private joke or a tagline, you don't even, you don't have to finish it. You just say it and everybody goes, oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. So they have these little taglines that they've been using forever. So every Sunday in the summer, they were going golfing. So I was making them these little golf towels. You can buy these as blanks. I just got them online, I think, and they come with a little thing here. And then they come with this. So you can hang it from your golf bag. So this one says, Papa Penne, Papa Sene, Pape.
That's cute.
I don't know. So I made them both this for Christmas. And this is the one I was trying to finish up. This is another golf towel. See, there's a little thing. I'm free as the wind and game as they come. The name of the game is action. So I didn't have any topper for this, which I started this morning and I was like, oh no, I don't have any topper, but I'm going over it twice and it's coming out pretty nice.
Kim, that looks great. So what stabilizer did you use in the back?
On this one, I just used a regular, just a washable stabilizer. It's a wash away. It's not even sticky. I did put a little bit of spray adhesive on the back just to hold it while I was folding it over, to get it centered. But, because of these machines, I'm going to be able to put this back in the machine now. And I just left it on the screen as it is. It's on the letter C in action. So it just has to finish up this last little piece. But I'm able to do that now. And I think it's coming out fine going over it twice. Ideally, I would have definitely put a topper on it, though.
I think it looks great. And the other thing I was just thinking of when you mentioned that you can go back and put that back on. So I've been embroidering all week, and you always think you have to finish before you go home for the night. And when you turn it off, it goes right back to that spot. I always write the numbers down just in case of some freak accident.
But that never happened so far. And then the cool thing is too, I can put this back in and I can add to it a date or something like that. Bill also has a karate dojo. They conduct international karate tournaments all over creation. So I made him towels for karate too with his dojo logo on there because I was able to scan the stationery, scan it as an illustration, and then add his dojo information on the towel. So I made those for him one year too. So, by the way, Angela, these little towels, these are great for fishing as well.
Yeah.
My husband is now fishing as well. So now he has fishing towels too.
Hey, that's perfect. And yes, we have a bunch of those towels and we hang them outside of the boat. And the guys, like when they're touching all the fish, and not that I don't, I touch them too, but I usually go to wash my hands off. They wipe the towels. I made the mistake though of making those. Well, I didn't make them. I embroidered. I went and bought a bunch of towels, put the hole in, just like what you have there. Mm-hmm. But guess what color I picked? White.
Angela.
And it was so cute though. It says "Win an Angel Fishing Team," and I found a cool fish built into the machine in the Luminaire. So I embroidered them. They look great, white and blue. They match the colors of our boat. I probably should have reversed that and had blue towels with white writing because I've been using a lot of bleach these days.
Oh my gosh. Well, this one, I asked if I could borrow this back today. It was actually in the fishing boat. And I said, could I borrow back that towel? And he said, yeah, but it's got fish slime all over it. You have to wash it. I'm like, I'm okay with that. So this is freshly laundered this morning.
That's cute.
The other one is freshly done. So the other thing is I also made them hats. They have golf hats too, but this one says my dinner is still in the lake. So, so I did this one on the 10 needle, which I love. I think this might have been one of my first hats, and I was able to bring in the fonts, bring in the design, put them together. I could see where my center line was, line it all up, and then just push the button and let it go.
My dinner is still in the lake. I wonder for our fishing tournament if that should be the slogan when we don't do well. Our winning fish is still in the lake.
The other one said, there's a picture, it's a fly fishing hat, and it has like a fish with a, and it says sometimes it pays to keep your mouth shut. That was cute too. So here's one that I made for a friend. It says at your own risk.
That's cute.
I thought that was cute. And this one was for my daughter. They were going to go on the cruise right as COVID hit.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That was
So, Kathy, what kind of hoop did you use on that hat? I just used the original hat hoop on the 1055 on the 10 needle. Just there's 3 different hat hoops you can get. There's the original one, then the one that gets you closer to the brim, and then there's a newer one that goes ear to ear. But this one I think was just the regular, the first original one. But not everybody can have not everybody wants not everybody needs a big 10 needle. So also on our machines, we can turn whatever we want into these patches as well. So there's a little shield button, looks like one of those stink bug shapes, So we can just put a little shape around it first, or we could choose just to have the satin stitch outline our design. So there's 2 different ways to do it, but it's the little, I call it the stink bug button, but it's not. It's like a shield button that creates a little satin stitch around our design. So then you can just sew it. You can sew it onto your apron or your book bag or whatever you want. So you can make standalone patches. So
that's a good idea. That's really a good idea. And those patches are great. The stink bug. That's so funny. Next time Brother comes out with something, they should definitely put you on the committee of what to name the different buttons.
I don't think I would last very long.
So I got a quick question before you move on. I got a quick question here for Kathy. No, not that one. We already asked that one. There was another one. Oh, speaking of hats. So Kathy, not from Kathy, to Kathy. Kathy, how did you hoop your hat? Did you use the 10 needle? Did you use the Luminaire? Because I think that's what you said. How did you do that?
I just put the sticky tearaway in the hoop of the Luminaire and then just kind of stuck it down. I mean, this kind of squishes down if you need it to.
Oh, yeah.
So it was really very easy to do it.
Very cute. Did you have to use any special needles to get through that?
I didn't. I used the same one that was in it. So 7511 embroidery needle is what I use all the time. Perfect.
I was thinking the same thing. And also, Kim, when you're talking about the other hats, I have a frame that I put into the Luminaire. It's not a Brother item, but Brother does sell, quite a few of their hoops where the hat actually lays flat and goes right into the Luminaire. You can't get as close to that front rim as I'd like to, but still, for a single needle machine, it works great if you don't have a 10 needle, because there's always a way to skin the cat, right?
Right. I do have that, a couple of other hat hoops for the flatbed. And they work okay. You do have to babysit it. You have to sit right there and hold things. And, you know, I tend to go real slow when I'm doing that, but it worked. It worked. I mean, I didn't bring it here because I wasn't going to show the hoops, but yeah, there's other hoops out there that you can do it flat.
Yeah, okay, so Shirley wants to know, is there a difference between the regular towel and a golf towel, or are they just called golf towels?
Well, the only difference I can think, they're smaller. They're like the size of a hand towel. They're smaller and they come with this little ring. And when you order them like online, you get the little hooky thing that goes with it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. But I would actually use these as a barbecue towel or anything else. It doesn't have to be a golf towel. Now they're fishing towels or whatever, but that's the only thing. The terry cloth is very similar. I'm sure whatever brand you get is going to be different than one another. These kind of feel velvety, like they're real soft and velvety.
They're almost like microfiber, I guess you'd call them almost. And you know, you can buy that size and buy grommets and put the grommet in yourself if you want to. I mean, that's a whole nother way to do it. So actually, there's really no difference. It's just the style.
Right. And I Googled golf towel blanks and I got about 300 voices.
By the way, Google is no affiliation of Brother, but I think do an internet search, you'll get it.
Yes.
You got it. Okay, what else do you have for us? Because I know I see some more stuff on your table over there. And keep asking your questions. We will go back and answer those.
You do see more stuff. So one of the newer things that's come out is My Connection, where you can go to Brother Solutions and there's just ask for My Connection instructions. And there's a big, I don't know how many pages it is. It's several pages with pictures, illustrations, tells you how to connect your My Canvas workspace with your Scan and Cut with your Luminaire. And then what you can do once you have that installed is you can send anything that's in the Scan and Cut over to your Luminaire. So I sent the word celebrate and blessings and then sent it directly over to my Luminaire. I was able to just tap on the memory, click on the Scan and Cut icon, and there's my words. Just like if you're going into your memory for machine or USB or whatever, there's another icon for Scan and Cut. So I'm making these now too, because you don't have to do it just on a towel like this. I'm picturing this on barbecue aprons, on wedding gifts, on towels, whatever you want, like on baby products. There's words in there for everything. And you can change the size, of course. You can fill that in with a beautiful pattern. You can you can fill around it. You can put these on quilts. But just the fact that you can send it from your Scan and Cut directly, and it takes like this. It's so quick. Like you don't have to wait. It doesn't think about it for a while, but it just sends it right over. And then you've got it there in your memory. So this was really fun. And of course, these blanks you can get if you attend. I just bought these locally at a craft store, but you can go to, if you go to a vendor event or a consumer event, like a sewing expo type, whatever they call them in your part of the country, there's usually a vendor there that will have beautiful towels and beautiful blanks and tote bags. And I'm thinking pillowcases, all kinds of stuff. Just the fact that we have these words. Another way, this is not related to My Connection, but right in the Scan and Cut, I've used the words themselves as standalone words, and I put different colors of cardstock on my mat, scan the mat, bring in different words for a friend maybe who's having a birthday or an anniversary. And I bring in words that are relevant to them, like joyful or aunt or hospitality. I can't even remember the words, but I pull out words that are relevant to them, put one on top of each color of the cardstock, cut them all out, peel the words off, and then put that inside of their birthday card. So when they open their birthday card, all these little words about them fall out.
That's cool.
So that's been fun. And at the hotels,
we got clarification.
Okay. What?
We got clarification. I think I just cut your head off. Sorry. But Sandra says her husband. Hey, hi to your husband. Thank you for watching. Good golf towels are pre-folded into thirds. and he puts his own grommets in. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that is good. Thanks.
Thanks, Sandra. Keep asking your questions. I see everybody saying they love this. Cindy would know too. Cindy made me some gorgeous hats. One's on my dress form behind me. Real golf towels come in several styles. Perfect. Bifold and trifold.
Who knew, right? There's so many choices.
I'm gonna know so much. I wonder, should we do for fishing towels? Should those be folded into what then? Maybe we should make something new for fishing towels. Oh yeah. Everybody's saying great ideas. Great ideas.
Okay. So moving on, I have a lot of blanks. I just kind of accumulate them over, in travels and different classes I've taught. So these are just blanks with a little lace on. So I did a little embroidery on the corner.
Oh, that's cute.
I could also then put a name above it or a date or whatever. I was actually using these for the wedding, the little hankies, that the brides carry. And there was that poem, I can't even remember the poem now, about holding his little hand or whatever. It's for the mother. So anyway, I fold it like this in half. And then this is a little sack with tulle. And it has lavender seeds in it. So it smells really pretty. And I get mine from my sister's garden. So I'm sure if you go over there, she'll give you a handful. But
we'll go. You don't even have to do an internet search for that. We just have to find your sister's address. We'll just stop by.
Right. She'd be happy to see you. But you can get these again at. I got a bag at one time at a vendor show. They have just sacks of these things. But look them up. But they're just lavender seeds. So I put that in the middle, fold it over. And then I will use a decorative stitch just to stitch down those edges.
Oh.
And it's a little sachet. And I keep one in my suitcase. They get kind of stinky after a while. So I just keep one in my suitcase. But it's a cute little gift. And I love that I can personalize it and hand them out. Like if you have teacher gifts or little just favors for something, you can make a bunch of these really quick.
So I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because all I'm thinking is, hey, Kathy, when you got stuck in the airport for like 2 days last week, you needed one of those.
I needed one of those with me.
I'll bring you one, Kathy.
I think I have some lavender up here. I just noticed it on a shelf behind me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now I can make me but you know what? Because my suitcase got tore up, I've got a brand new suitcase to come to town with. So
Perfect. Oh, I love these ideas. Everybody's saying they love it. Very cute.
Okay, so the last one I have, I went into a craft store after Christmas one time, and I bought about 12 sets of these little coasters. They come in a beautiful box, and they have this little picture, inside of it. There's like a little thing on the back where you can slide your picture in.
Yeah, I have those. I love those.
I love these. So some of them have words across it, and then you can put a picture in there. But so I bought about 12 sets of these, had them stacked up. They were like $1 or $2 a piece. They have a nice little stand. So I was going to decorate the stand, do whatever I want with that. But for this one, I chose these little, can you see this there? Maybe get it on the background. So here's our little Mickey.
Oh, cute.
So I put those onto the sticky tearaway stabilizer. Just put 4 of them on there, duplicated it. The size was perfect as it came out. And you already have your template that came with it. So I measured this onto the black felt. This is like a heavy, that stiff felt.
Mm-hmm.
So I just put the 4 blocks there. Using the projector and the camera, I was able to place one of these on each little square and then just slide it right in there.
Oh, what a great idea.
So not that you want to make necessarily a Mickey coaster, but you can put monograms or names or little private words, not private words, but, like words that are significant or dates or, whatever you want. You can just make a whole set of these. And they come in all different forms. They're round ones, wooden ones, but I happen to have found these after the holidays. They were like $2 for the whole thing, and I couldn't pass it up. So, and then they just stack up. They just stack up in the little holder.
That is such a good idea. In fact, you're making me think of something. I have a couple of those. I had purchased them a while ago on clearance, thinking for gifts, but I could never get the right size photo. And you just made me think, scan and cut. Scan in that original piece that comes out, use a scan and cut. I could scan in the pictures and cut where I want to. Brilliant idea, all in one step, and have fun with my scan and cut.
Yep. And it's totally personal. I mean, you could put the person's name, every member of the family, whatever you want to do. But I just saw these sitting up there and I'm like, yeah, this will be a great little gift. And I think there's a couple of people in our group who are kind of Disney-holics.
Is she talking about you, Kathy?
Not me.
No, there's a couple other ones.
Yeah. Oh.
This might be going to Nashville.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so there was a cute comment here. I got to find it. When you were talking about, I just scroll back. When you were talking about putting words into the cards instead of letters, I can't see who wrote that, but I was laughing. They said, well, that words would be much better. It'd be much easier to clean up than a whole bunch of itsy bitsy pieces.
Exactly. Yeah. I used to actually do glitter or sequins or something like that. My sisters and I used to torture each other with our children, and we would put like confetti in the cards, and we'd try to outdo ourselves. Like my sister gave my kids a spin art one year, and so I gave them Play-Doh the next year.
Play-Doh's always the one. I think that was the one that I invited all my nieces and nephews over. I had white pattern paper, like patterns that I either printed wrong. I always save all that paper, taped it all to the table, invited everyone into the living room and gave the kids Play-Doh. And all the parents, my brothers and sisters and my mother were like, you're not really doing that, are you? And I go, yeah, how bad could it be? I think I'm still picking up Play-Doh off of the couch. Thankfully, it was a leather couch, but it's like good colors. I'll make sure make sure the colors match your whole living room. Oh God! Everybody's saying these ideas are so much fun. I agree. And let's see, is this Bonnie that says, "Hey, I've got the Dream Machine. Can I do these with the Dream Machine?" Absolutely.
Everything except my connection, I think.
Yeah, and actually, if you don't have my connection, just use a US. Well, you can't turn something into a applique from the machine. So yeah, that's basically the only thing. But you can still use a scan and cut your applique and bring it to the machine. So that's just one extra step.
Right.
Yes. In fact, whatever machine you have, there isn't, as long as you have an embroidery, you could do embroidery on those little sachet towels, the sewing, all of that.
All of it, yeah. Like these little guys, you can do this on a regular machine. Making the patches, most of the embroidery machines have the little what do they call that, Kathy? What's the word?
It's called the applique shield.
Yeah, there you go.
The your GoDaddy, not literally GoDaddy, GoDiddy.
And these are just sewn. So even if you just have a sewing machine, it was done with a straight stitch, but I mean, you could always use decorative stitches to do the quilting part.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to step out for 1 second, let you two girls talk. I've got a driver banging on my door. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh gosh. Always good timing, right?
Always good timing.
Go get him, Angela.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. So
Kathy, what's that stripy stuff behind you? The yellow and red and green. What is that? Yeah.
That's a quilt that I have hanging up.
Oh, okay.
You just can't see much of it.
I was trying to turn it in visually. I was trying to make it a thread wrap. And I thought, how does she have her thread there?
No,
That's
that's
really
a quilt that I have hanging up.
That's beautiful.
So,
Kathy, there was a question for you, and yeah, I'm back. Wrong driver. They only needed one package, not 10. Somebody asked you with your hat. You had said you put a stabilizer in between there or batting, and someone asked if you embroidered on it then, or did it fray, or what else? How did you finish the edges on that?
well, I just cut a front and a back, and I sandwiched it so that I could leave an opening. I think I left my opening right up here because that was the straightest edge. So I just sewed through all 3 layers. The green was on top of the paw print with the batting on top of that, and just I sewed around the edges. And then I always take pinking shears whenever I've got something with lots of curves because I don't want to clip the curves. So then I turned it right side out and top stitched real close to the edge. You can see.
So where did you turn it right side out from? Did you just leave a little opening?
I left a little opening right here in the top.
Okay.
So I think right in this section right here, that's the straightest area, and turned it right side out through there. And then after I turned it right side out, I just edge stitched real close to the edge. Let's see which side you can see.
Oh yeah, wow, that's beautiful stitching.
And that closed up my opening that I had left. And then I went back in and did the quilting stitches to hold the batting, make it a little bit stiffer. So, but it's perfect. I'm going to have to make some more.
Very fun. Very fun. Okay, so I got one more question here. Oh, by the way, some of you were asking about towels. On my live show yesterday, if you go to my Facebook or YouTube channel, I replayed something that we did on It's So Easy TV where I took a yoga towel and turned it into a towel hoodie and added some fun trims. So one more beach idea to send in there. I was joking. Wynn took one of my towels and used it as a boat towel. That's when I started making boat towels because I didn't want my beautiful hoodie to go into the it's okay. Lois had a good question for you. Did you make a pocket in that hanky to insert the lavender sachet, or did you sew it all the way around? I think you said decorative stitching, but why don't you show that one more time there?
Yeah, I just folded it. So I folded it in half long ways. And then folded it in half this way. Put the sachet in here. And then I would just decorative stitch, let's see, where's the front here? Around here, up the side and across the top. So once it's in there, then you can just kind of feel where you're stitching.
Oh yeah, so you're actually so you're not even having to make an extra pocket, you're just sewing it right in there. That's a great idea.
Right. So you could, there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can stick it in the middle like this and just gather it. And put a little ribbon, makes cute little favors, and then the sachet is right there. These are just thoughts, but these are so lightweight, but the fabric is real porous and it smells so good.
We're all gonna hang out next to you. Hey Bonnie, she's asking Kathy, did you make your strap? So Bonnie, you might have missed the beginning of the show. She did not.
It's a curly Q shoestring.
That's such a fun idea. I'll never look at those the same again. I'm going to think of some crafting project for that's like the one thing in the store I don't buy.
Yeah. So, and you always see them when you're not looking specifically for them. But if you go looking specifically for them and can't find them, you can do an internet search for a coiled elastic shoestring too.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Do they come in sets, like 2?
Yes.
Oh, good. Then you can make me a hat too.
I can.
I see a few more questions rolled through, and we could just talk about it just for a second. Some people were asking, they only have the 1 needle. Somebody jokingly, when we were talking about use the 10 needle for your hats. Do you have to use a 10 needle? No. But do you have any tips on embroidering with the 1 needle? So someone said, it's not that we don't have the 10 needle, we want the 10 needle, but until we get the 10 needle. So you don't have to, somebody was asking what hoops to use, things like that. You can use a standard hoop. I mean, you just have to make sure that hat is super, super flat. I've done that many times. And then there are other things you can buy that, that aren't necessarily brother products, but I've used just a plain old hoop. And even on a 4x4, even if you just have like a 4x4, just lay your hat really flat. I use sticky back tearaway. I don't know about you girls. What would you use on that?
I agree.
Tearaway.
Yeah. And then even if it's a 4x4, if you're putting a design right here, or sometimes I'll do it on the side, but you know what's really fun is in the back of the hat, that lays super flat. And then you can put a word and use the little array. And I've done that on multiple different machines. So you don't just have to have the luminaire for that either.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's always the, the other option of making the patch.
Yeah. And the patch is a no-brainer because then you just sew it in.
Right. My granddaughter asked me a long time ago when I got the Dream Machine, I was bragging. I said, this machine does everything. It does everything. So she brought her book bag that has an outside pocket. And she said, could you put Minnie on the pocket of my book bag? And I said, well, that's a different machine. And she said, Nana, you said this machine does everything. I said that. I said, give me a minute. So then I remembered that we could do this. So I did make her a patch and I did sew it. I fused it first and then sewed it on the pocket. And it was okay, but it's like, oh, dang.
Super fun. Hey, Brenda, there is not a pattern for the hat, but if you go back and watch previous, we were just talking about you can find other hats to trace. I have an old visor. I'm just going to trace that. If you really want to make your own, you could just measure from here to here how you want it, make it a slightly curved edge, and then curve it. I've seen some visors that go all the way out to here. It depends. You can have your own, make your own. That would be the inspiration there. All right, I think I got everything. So we're very excited. You can make the patch and iron on too. That's a real easy one then. Definitely. Great use for the curlies. I agree. I agree. All right, so we are limited in showing you our studios right now because we are dying at the bit to share what Brother's coming out with. And it's only a few days away. Only a few days away. I know. I've got my side of my studio here. I've got my luminaire, my scan and cut that I've been working on. This is kind of the messy side of my studio. You could probably, what's that game that all the Brother fans play? I Spy. We could do that for a long time here. Actually, I could do it at yours as well. So we can't share with you what it is yet, but I can tell you this. Next week, I believe it's Thursday. There will be a Facebook Live show. I will send a newsletter out with the time. And also, there's a contest going on with Brother, so make sure you sign up for their newsletter. But I believe Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, I will be on Facebook featuring some of the new products. We will be on, Brother will be having Facebook Lives all day. I will have a live on my show. You two girls will be showing a lot. There's a lot to share. So you're going to want to mark your calendar for next week. And Thursday, save the date because that will be when everything will be revealed online. I'm very excited about that. I know.
It is so exciting. I can't wait.
It's so exciting. You always wonder what else could possibly, I mean, I remember, I don't know about you. I remember when the Dream Machine was out, I didn't think you could ever top the Dream Machine.
Waiting for it to make coffee.
Do what?
I'm waiting for it to make coffee.
Oh, that would be nice.
Coffee and popcorn, and then we'll be perfect.
That's all we need on the side of our machine, a little coffee dispenser. Oh, gosh. How do we sign up for both? So if you go to brothersews.com, they also have it on Facebook, Doris. They have a newsletter, and my newsletter is on angelawolf.com. No E at the end of my name. Let me see if I can. I think I have the Brother. Hold on. I'll bring it up for you, just so you have it. And then also, they also have it on Facebook, too. So, Doris, if you, when you when you click off of here, if you go on to Brothers Facebook page, that's where they have information for. They're doing a couple. I don't know. I didn't read exactly what it was, so I'm sorry that I can't tell you more. But I see the Brothers social team in here. Maybe they can leave you a link. Hint, hint, to sign up for the newsletter and get information on that. I know, Ruth. I can't wait either.
It's so exciting.
Right. Oh, Jane said if it could, she'd buy 2. For the coffee, Jane, for the coffee or the bathroom? I don't know which one. I know, Anne. What more? So if you guys want to guess what's coming, go ahead and leave some comments, because we'll go back and read those and get a good laugh next week. You just never know.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, Lois, we've taken the brother oath. So again, live shows will start on Thursday. I think actually some of the live shows will be starting Wednesday evening. So stay tuned on Brothers channel. I'll make sure I let you all know too. Oh gosh, it's so funny. You guys are hilarious. Sorry, spell check, bathroom. Oh, all right, Brothers Sewing and Crafting family. This has been fun. Kim and Kathy, it's so great to see you. I'm very excited to see you in person next week. I don't know if I'll be able to finish my hat before next week, but if I do, I'm wearing it. And I'd really like one of those little sachets with the lavender, especially if I get stuck in the airport for 2 days.
You got it.
All right, sounds good. Everybody's saying can't wait. Until next week, just mark your calendar, stay tuned to the newsletters and little posts on social, and you won't miss a thing. And always, even if you miss it, you can go back and watch the replay. Never as good, though. Never as good. So everyone, have a wonderful day. Until next week, happy sewing, happy crafting. I'm going back. I'm embroidering some sleeves for an outfit, and you'll just have to wait to see that next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, ladies.